Hey friends, what's up? Welcome to today's video. So today is my September favorites and Nopes video. I'm going to try to breeze through this pretty quickly because it's late. I have work tomorrow and my daughter will be home soon. I've got to get her ready for bed. So sorry about my glasses, you guys. I normally don't film with them on because of the glare, and I know you guys can see the ring light in them, but just bear with me because I won't be able to see to read off the products. And I just want to say what's on my lips. I am wearing BH Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Lust, and I am loving this shade. By the way, if I have not talked a lot about these, the formula of them, so comfortable. I just love them. Okay, so the first product I want to talk about that I've been loving all month long is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray. I ran out of the Urban Decay setting spray, and I was at Walmart, and I had weddings, and I'm saying and a lot, aren't I? I had some homecomings to do, so I just needed setting spray. This was cheap. It was easy to find. Grabbed it up at Walmart. The only downfall is that it's such a small bottle, so you don't really get a lot of product in there. I'm already down to here, so that's a little bit disappointing. I wish the bottle was bigger, but this setting spray, if you need a cheap setting spray but really good, this is a must-have. Next thing I want to talk about here, the next product I have is the RCMA No Color Powder. I've kind of started re-loving this powder. I haven't used it in months. I haven't used it in almost a year because I got so stuck and sat on my Airspun, which you guys know I love. But now that I have this in a nicer container, I'm going to show you guys what it came in. So it came in this container right here, which looks like a seasoning container. And as you guys can see, there's still some powder in there, and the label was on top here. And the top of it looks like that. I just didn't think it was very easy to use. In this, it was very, very messy. And these containers like this can be messy too. But I have a video coming talking about storing different products and easier ways to put things. So to me, this is like my Airspun container. And this was just a old loose powder container. I think it was CoverGirl loose powder. It was empty or about empty, so I just dumped the rest of it out because I wasn't using it anyways and decided to store it in this. But yes, I've been loving this. It's great for baking the face with, and it's also great for just setting your face because it's no color. It's not going to change the color of your foundation. I know some powders tend to do that. You guys knew I was going to talk about this. The Anastasia Moonchild Glow Kit. This glow kit is life. It's everything. If you are a person who likes bright colors or unique highlight colors, you're going to love this palette. It's super pigmented. I'm just going to show you guys Lucky Clover and Purple Horseshoe. These are two of my favorites. Oh, let's watch Pink Heart too while we're at it. So that one has like a pink tint, a purple tint, and a green tint. And they are just stunning highlighters. I honestly think that they're super affordable. They're really pigmented, and the formulation is really buttery. So I love this palette. I love this kit, and I definitely recommend it. Next, I have my Kara T Smoky Shimmer and Matte Eyeshadow Palette. I have a fall tutorial coming soon with this palette. I haven't used this also in a very long time, probably since last year when I first picked up the palette. If I could get it open. So these are the colors right here. I really feel like this section, like if you do it in quad, so like this quad right here is so fall-like, and then you have your summer quad, and then I feel like over here on the end is, you know, very fall, winter quad. So I love this palette. It's super pigmented. I felt like it was pretty affordable. I will leave the link to the Kara T Cosmetics website so you guys can check this palette out. They're gorgeous. They sell single eyeshadows too, and I plan to pick some of those up because I love the formulation. I love how these blend out in the pigmentation. The next palette I want to talk about, this palette is either a love palette or a hate palette. There is no in between, and this is the Kat Von D Serpentina palette. A lot of people got this and just did not like it. They were very disappointed in it, or, you know, there were people who didn't know how to work with this palette, but I love it. I've used it a lot this month. I used it the month before when I first got it, like a lot. And you guys, you do get some very shimmer metallic shades in here, and then you get a few matte shades in here. You also get this pot of gold pigment, which is very nice. I think that people were upset with the color combination, but to me this palette just screams Kat Von D's, so her style. And I also felt like the metallic shades were very easy to use once you wet the brush. They just apply so much easier and more smoothly. A lot of people expected this palette to be like her, Interstellar palette, and some of the other ones that are like that palette, they expected this one to be like that, and it's totally different from it. The shades aren't as creamy or buttery as those ones, but I love it. It screams Sheena as well, so I'm probably going to do some fall looks using this one as well. Oh, of course, I have this Urban Decay highlighter, and this is the Afterglow highlighter in Aurora, and I think this was in my monthly favorites like a month or two ago, but I can't stop using it. I can't stop talking about it. I just love it. It's super iridescent. It's very pretty. It looks so great on darker skin tones. I'm pretty sure it looks really, really good on lighter skin tones too, but you know, normally really light shades don't look so good on darker skin tones, or they're not as pigmented. This one is. It's like a purple pinky iridescent sheen. I don't know if you guys can like see that, but this highlighter is gorgeous. So if you guys haven't tried any of the Urban Decay Afterglow highlighters, I recommend that you check them out. I have this Revolutions. Makeup Revolutions Ultra Contour Palette, and I never picked this up because I didn't think I was going to like it. I didn't think it was going to work out for me. I looked at that and I'm like, that's the darkest shade that's in this palette. Like that's not going to happen at all. But to my surprise, it works out perfect on my skin tone. I also love that you get a highlight shade in here, which is gorgeous, by the way. It's going to be very, very good for my pale or lighter skin toned friends. Because it is like an icy kind of silver shade there. I also really like the banana powder in here, and this is also a more lighter, natural looking highlight. So if you guys are into the bright highlighters, you're going to really love this shade here. The formulation is very creamy, very buttery. You guys know I love Makeup Revolutions. It's so affordable. So if you're looking for a affordable but good highlight and contour palette, this is going to be the way to go. In my favorites and Nopes video, I'm talking so much that I literally start to stumble over my words, or I just can't get it together. So I apologize to you guys. Next, I have this NYX highlighter felt tip. This is not a highlighter. It's a felt tip liner, and this is in the shade Teal. It looks very green, like a hunter kind of green, and I love how skinny the felt tip is. You guys know I love NYX. It's very affordable, but if you guys are looking to pick up some liners that are in the felt tip that are colored and you can't afford or don't want to purchase a Too Faced felt tip liner, this is a cheaper alternative. Some people just think it's ridiculous to pay $21 for a liner. Some people just think it's ridiculous to pay $21 for a liner, but then we have those who are like, I don't care. If it's good, I'll pay whatever. So if you're looking for a cheaper alternative, the NYX is going to be the way to go. So staying in the liner family, of course, you guys knew that I was going to pull these out. These are the Razor Sharp liners from Urban Decay, and I have Zodiac and Gold Rush. I feel like these are going to be amazing for my new Makeup Mondays when I'm using the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette, because these are super, super pigmented. They're very iridescent. They're just gorgeous. I also have the pink one, but I haven't really used that one at all this month. I've just been grabbing the green and the gold one. I know, maybe because we're getting into fall and I'm just like, yes. So I've been grabbing these ones and just using them all the time. I'm pretty sure I'm going to love the pink one just as much. But yeah, you guys, if you haven't checked these out, check them out. I recommend you do. And for lip products this month, I just recently got a ton of lip products to try out, but beforehand I didn't really have too much. The only thing that I had were some Jordana Sweet Creams and the Tattoo Junkie liquid lipsticks, which you guys know how I feel about those. Well, I also got these liquid lipsticks from Lena Lashes or Lena Cosmetics, and I did do a review and swatch video on these liquid lipsticks. They're amazing. So the two shades that I've been loving are Michael and Angelo. I love Angelo because it is a nice dark blue, and you guys know I love my dark vampy shades, and then Michael is just a very nice burnt terracotta kind of shade. It's along the orange, brown, red family. I've been loving it. It is the bomb fall lip. So, and the pigmentation on these, amazing. So like I said, if you guys haven't seen the video, make sure you check it out. The formula is comfortable, and these are only $5 a piece. You really just cannot beat that for a formulation that's very smooth and moussey, doesn't transfer, and it's very comfortable on the lips. Yes. Mascara, I don't know if I've already talked about this. If I have, I apologize, but I've been loving the Velvet Black Masterpiece Max Factor High Volume Mascara. That is a mouthful. You guys know how I feel about mascaras. It's like, I get them and I'm like, alright, they're okay, but on days when I don't feel like wearing lashes, the wand on this is just amazing, so it just really kind of just pulls my lashes up and out and makes me look like I have lashes that are nice and full and dramatic, even though I don't. They're like baby style full and dramatic. I also have two concealers here. The first one is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this is in the shade Deep. I just really like the application of this one, but the concealer itself is very smooth and creamy, blends out like a dream. It smells amazing, so that's like the other thing of it. It smells so good. So this is really good concealer. It says contour concealer, so I take it that you might be able to contour with it. I've not done that. I just use it for highlighting areas. And then, of course, the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Tan. And this stuff smells so good, too. Smells like fresh coconut. I don't know. But this is really creamy. This is a thinner foundation, or a thinner concealer, in my opinion, than the Shape Tape. So if you're looking for like a more natural concealer, this one probably is going to be the best one. Been loving this Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. It's just like this little sample size here. I got this from a friend. She did an Ulta haul online. I got a few things from her, and this was one of them. This is amazing. It is really good for brightening, but if you're having those days where you're feeling drowsy or you're feeling you have bags underneath your eyes or dark circles, you're going to love this stuff. I really don't feel like I need a big container of it because a little bit goes a long way. Okay, and I have been loving the NYX Honey Dew Me Up. I've been using this as a primer. You guys seen it in my haul video. A little bit of this goes a long way. I feel like my skin looks smooth, and it gives me a nice flawless finish when I use this and then apply the foundation on top of it. So I love it. Like I said, you guys know I love my NYX products. And then lastly, on the products that I've been loving for this month, is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Now that I took it back and got the correct shade, I have the shade Chestnut. I see why everybody was raving about this foundation. It says Absolute Perfection Foundation. I would have to say that's about right. It literally gives your skin this nice, smooth, like, baby skin. So I guess I can see why it says Born This Way, because it's supposed to be, like, flawless, your natural skin. And I really feel like it's very full coverage, but it's, like, not cakey full coverage. Like, I know a lot of people don't like the Kat Von D because they feel like it's thick and it's heavy. This is not so thick. This is pretty thin, but you can build it up, you know, obviously, and make it more full coverage. I just feel like this is like a very natural looking, but yet still full coverage foundation. It's great. I love it. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. If you have, I know I'm late. It's probably like a year old at this point, and I'm just now like, yeah, I love the Born This Way Too Faced foundation. And you guys are all like, Sheena, where have you been for like a year? I don't know. So now we're going to get into the products that are a no. No, 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 didn't work out for me, not feeling them. I will explain why. So the first thing is this Wet n Wild Ombre Blush in Purple Haze. I was so excited for this. I'm going to show you guys. It's so pretty. It's like that nice purple pink ombre. Look how thin this is on my skin. And it's very, very light. It's not what I expected at all. And so, like, swatching it on my hand, like, I barely even rubbed it. It just kind of, like, blends away. It's just not very pigmented. It's not what I expected. The formulation of it feels nice and buttery, but it just didn't work out for me. It's a nope. It's a miss. The next thing is this Fergie Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. I did a tutorial with this. This is Paris Runway. A drugstore tutorial a while back with this palette, and I had a very difficult time working with it. I mean, this shade is gorgeous right here. It's very light, like purpley champagne kind of iridescent shade. It's very, very pretty. This whole first half of this palette is absolutely gorgeous. But then you get right here and you got, how many sparkly blacks do you need in a palette? There's 4 different like black shades. That to me is silly. And then, you know, we have these different color pinky purples. I just felt like there was a ton of fallout in this palette. It was a little difficult to work with and blend out. It was a little on the chalky side. I just really wasn't feeling this palette. And you guys know I love Wet n Wild. I have Wet n Wild palettes that I use all the time. But this one, it just was so different from the other ones. Like I said, the formulation was just bad. And I'm going to give these a try again, but these are the Born Pretty mink eyelashes, and actually a friend passed these along to me because she got 2 sets. And I don't know if it's just the band itself or at the time, I don't know, at the time my lash glue maybe. These are absolutely stunning. They're gorgeous lashes. They're full and kind of like they have nice little thin wispy ends, but the band is very, very thick, and I felt them to be a little bit heavy when I was applying them. So I am going to give them a second go, but like this month I got frustrated with these bad boys and they just didn't work out for me. But I just love the way they look, so like I said, I'm going to try them again, see how it works out. But you guys know I'm like such a thin lash band girl, or like an invisible lash band, that I think I'm just spoiled in my ways. And when I see a thick lash band, I'm like, no. It's like hopeless. The next product is this LA Colors Contour Stick. Contour Stick, really? Because this looks like a highlighter to me. So first off, I think it's named wrong. And then, like, as far as highlight, like, you see how heavy I'm going in on this, you guys. Like, I'm going in. It's not very pigmented. It's not buttery. It doesn't blend nicely. And I picked it up for $1 on Shop Miss A, so it is what it is. I mean, you get what you pay for. Oh, on the side here, it does say highlighter. It does roll, like, crank up, which is, it's nice. I wanted to like it, but it just didn't work out for me. I even tried to use it, like, as an inner corner highlight. I don't know. I'm not, like, a cream, makeup cream kind of person, so maybe that's the problem. The next thing are these Hard Candy Illuminating and Strobing Mixing Drops, and these are in White Pearl. So the packaging is really cute, and then these are really cool because you just hit this little button on top, and then you get the drops right here, like so. And so you would just take them and just like mix them into your foundation or whatever. And I'm just going to put this on put a drop on the back of my hand. I just want to show you guys. As far as like mixing it with the foundation, I didn't feel like it worked out too well because I was expecting it to give me a nice dewy kind of glow. It's just really, really, really liquidy. I think that, to me, in my opinion, like, can you guys even see that? Is it highlighted? Or does my back of my hand just look wet? Okay, so, I mean, it's like it's gone, right? I don't see anything here. It's like, it just rubbed right into my hand like a moisturizer. It's the weirdest thing. I was expecting it, I mean, I see some like glitter flakes on my hand, but I was expecting this to kind of be, I don't want to say like the Cover FX drops because obviously it's not going to be like that, but I think that this was the idea for these Hard Candy. Yep. anyways, I think that was the idea for these hard candy drops, was to kind of be like those. And it's definitely a miss. They did not get that right, unless I'm just wrong, but it literally says Look Pro Illuminate and Strobing Mixing Drop. So I don't know. I've tried different ways to mix them. Maybe if I just like, I don't know, apply it on my cheeks and then apply the highlight. I don't know, you guys, but it didn't work out for me. So the next thing here is the Max Factor Masterpiece liner in Black Velvet. I just don't like the applicator. Look at that. It's like flat and then pointy on the side. It was very hard to work with. It's super pigmented. Like, it is super pigmented, and this is the flat side. So that's nice, but as far as like just drawing on a wing, I just felt it so hard to work with. I'm not finding it hard to use on my hand at all, but on my eyelid, I felt it just didn't blend well, or it didn't go on smoothly or well over top of my eyeshadow. So yeah, for that reason, I just really didn't like it. So the next two products here I have are two setting powders, or illuminating or finishing powders, whatever you want to call them. I've talked about this e.l.f. one before. I've tried to give it another shot. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's probably the worst setting powder I've ever purchased in my life, and I will not purchase this again. I will not give it another try. I've given it so many tries. It's just messy. I feel like it just gets all over my face. It's just not a very good setting powder. And I kind of feel the same way about the NYX Studio one. It's just messy. It's super, super finely milled, so I don't like it for setting. I don't even like it for dusting it all over my face, because even though it is just like the white shade, I feel like when you put it on, it does change your foundation color and just makes your face look white and washed out and pale. So for that reason, I don't like this. So anyways, you guys, that is it. That was my monthly favorites and Nopes video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to all social media, linked down below in the description box. And don't forget to put a smile on your face, you guys. It is truly the best makeup you can wear. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next video. Bye.